Do you find it difficult to come up with content ideas for your podcast? Or perhaps you got stuck during the interview with the guest where you just have nothing to ask anymore? Try PodDeck today. PodDeck is the best all-in-one podcast idea generation tool. You get everything from episode ideas to interesting conversation starters for interviews, engaging discussions for your live stream, and even social media content ideas. With this tool, you don't have to spend weeks trying to come up with content for an episode or unique questions for your guests. Just shuffle the cards and pick one at random, hit the record button, and get started. Now you can make better content, have more fun while you're at it, and get your viral moment. All with PodDeck. Head over to PodDeck.com and use code C4C. Check to the 1 to the 2. It's Mr. LP Cleavage's podcast. I did a real quick recording of myself pulling a card. Shouts out to PodDeck. Go and get your PodDecks now. C4C. Y'all heard the commercial before. Nevertheless, I pulled a card on myself and we finna get to it. All right, here we go. What's the word, everybody? It's your man, Mr. LP from the mighty MPN.
Man, listen.
And you're now tuned in to the Cleavage's podcast. Get ready to enjoy the show.
Are we clear?
Mr. LP Cleavage's podcast. Thank you so much for tuning in. Hopefully y'all are doing good on this day, afternoon, evening, all that good stuff. So, like I stated before, I recorded myself real quick, pulling my card on the PodDeck. All right, make sure you use the C4C code to get that discount and all that great stuff. So, I'm trying to incorporate more of Black History Month into what I got going on. Got some little things here and there. You will hear about it in the days to come. But we're finna get into a song real quick, a song of mine real quick. And then after that, we'll get into the card reading, all right? So like I said, this is pre-recorded on the fly on my phone, so excuse the audio. Enjoy.
Man, listen.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. All other good. You know what? Why I even did that? You know what I'm saying? It's in the first verse. I'm counting off. What? It goes 1 fuck, 2 fucks, 3 fucks given. Yes, that seemed like my only way of living. Some days pretending I was alright and okay. A small slice of enticement that I was digging for was hidden. Eventually it gave a good riddance. Period. End of that sentence. That left me defenseless. Endless times I had to think about the second round, my second breath. That I'm so thankful for. Me losing again, I ain't no more. My friends tell me all the time, leave that shit alone. But think about it like Creed and Sylvester Stallone. I got something to prove, got nothing to lose now. I can handle anything in 2 rounds. The southpaws guaranteed to make the crowd's jaws fall. Now they all Jay Leno. I'm under pressure now. I'm under pressure now, so I apply pressure now. Come on. But I have no time for the pity talk with these idiots. I'm under pressure now. I'm under pressure now, so I apply pressure now. Come on. But I have no time. Here we go. So I gave smoke to a nigga that claimed he run the Ville, but all he ever is and will be is dollar bill. No, so I respond a bit, let him know he treat folks like Ronnie and Tricks. And my thoughts been pondering since he stiffed me those a couple of times, but I can let that little personal slide because pride didn't play a role in JEA. Needed them coins and I needed a place to stay, so I put peace to his yapping game. Started looking back at it, I ain't gained a strain, but I gained a migraine. Couple of sleepless nights too, but I felt I had the right to say something. Cause these promoters be bucking, and some of these artists must like the way they fucking. It's a common act, oh such an infinity. I see it daily and I start twitching. I'm under pressure, y'all. I'm under pressure, y'all. So I apply pressure, y'all. Come on. But I had no time for the pity talk with these idiots. I'm under pressure, y'all. Man, I'm under pressure, dog. So I apply pressure, dog. Come on. But I had no time for the pity talk with these idiots. I'm under pressure, y'all. Damn, if I don't do me laying down, I won't pursue. If these niggas really wanna boast, won't smoke, I can distinguish. That be my role as a king, bitch. Think about it. I'm 1-2 and everything, ain't no ways around it. Your belt's turning to dust, your legacy's a gusto. Chin checks turn y'all ass to Legos, then I be all in the throat. Hello, I'm under pressure, dog. I'm under pressure, dog. So I apply pressure, y'all. Come on, but I have no time for the pity talks with these idiots. I'm under pressure, dog. Hey, I'm under pressure, y'all. Hey, so I apply pressure, y'all. Come on, but I have no time for the pity talk with these idiots. I'm under pressure, y'all. Boy, damn. Did that damn count again for y'all ass. Yes, sir. MP to the damn.
All right, my peoples, it's Mr. LP Cleveland's podcast. Thank you so much. Hope y'all enjoyed that song. That song was called Under Pressure. I should explain that a little bit more, man. And but I get into it, man. So, but check out the album. The album is in the show notes, or you can just type in Mr. Alpete at Gmail. No, not at Gmail. MrAlpete.com and check that out. All of my albums are on there. All my music, some DJ mixes, that type of stuff. So, yeah, here we go. I'm gonna pull from a different day today. Black History. So it says Black History is not just for February. Chat about your favorite Black historical figures and dig deep into events and policies that are still deeply affecting Black communities today. All right, let's see. Let me pull a card. I'm pulling a card, y'all. I'm not looking. Let's see. Oh, okay. Here we go. So here's my question. What do you think many white people misunderstand about Malcolm X or the Black Panthers? Man, well, they misunderstood them, period. They did have a aggressive way of doing things, but I think that aggressiveness was necessary for movement to happen and things to change. Not really on a regular tip, like they had things needed to change, like right now, then, like right then and there, because a lot of the, oppression that was going on was just crazy. So, a lot of these things needed to happen, like right then, right now. It wasn't a waiting type of game, but, they practiced patience, but it just had a little bit of aggressiveness. So I think, white people, misunderstand it because of their aggressiveness. They just didn't understand, because they did, a lot of the whites back in the day, and even now, don't understand like the struggles of Black people. They don't understand like the things that we're faced with and what we have to deal with daily. And if it's not a concern for them, 11 times out of 10 is not a concern it shouldn't be a concern for us. And that's incorrect to think about. I think that's definitely a misunderstanding, that we face like social issues, economic issues, health issues, voting issues, all this stuff. And, kids not being able to get the proper training, the proper education, getting the proper meals to even go to school. So you had people like Malcolm X and the Black Panthers putting people in place, to like demonstrate that, or really just to have our own stuff. Now let's take that back. For us to have our own stuff, and it's like, white people had their own stuff. They still got their own stuff. Black people need to have that too. But it's a part of understanding that needs to happen and occur, that people should understand that and be able to help when they can. They're not helping, so you have to be aggressive with it. And unfortunately, it was times where people had to just take it. All right. So that's the answer that I have. That was a good question. This is a good deck of cards. I flipped through like 2 more cards, but I'm gonna have to revisit this. This is Black History Month too. Yeah. I'm gonna have to make a clip off this. Ooh. That was solid, Pete. That was solid. Anyway, thank y'all so much for tuning in. My wings are about to be done, so I'm going to eat these wings. And then the next episode, we're going to be bigging it up for Jay Dilla, all right? So Jay Dilla, my favorite producer, all right? It's going to be Jay Dilla Day. We're going to celebrate the life of him. In February, we always take time as hip-hoppers to celebrate Jay Dilla, JD, you know what I'm saying? All the things that he's done in hip hop or whatnot. So stick around for that. Y'all be great. Love y'all. Talk to y'all soon. Clear Visions Podcast was produced and engineered by myself, along with the intro and outro music. Subscribe to this podcast that's available on MrAlpete.com, mpn-llc.com, and on all podcast platforms. Thanks for listening, everyone. Building but becoming to the top.